take my words and try to twist shit. I'm a real nigga, you a nigga, that's the difference. Ay, some y'all niggas hating from the distance, not watching what I say, you got a part of my opinion. Chico tweeting when we coming different. We the sharks up in the water, nigga, don't get stranded.
Welcome back. This is season 3, episode 1 of Part of My Opinion. You know, I think the first 2 seasons we always chose loyalty over money. Like everything that we did, it just always was loyalty in it. Like us as we more than brothers, we're family. So just to have this man next to us right now who live by loyalty over money, like he wear that on his chest like he's Superman. You get what I'm saying? For those who don't know, we got the real Diddy-Don in the building.
You already know, man. You had the fake Diddy-Don?
No,
we just gotta let it be known.
We just gotta be known who the real one is.
Good looking. Nah, you already know. Hollow the Dawn, man. Loyalty over money, man. Know that.
LOM.com. So I don't know personally. You get what I'm saying? But were you the first battle rapper with a clothing line?
Yeah. LOMclothing.com, cop up and support. You already know. Yeah, we did it. And the videos, the marketing videos on the videos. Did that back in 2009, 2010.
And it's crazy though, because on DNA's podcast, I heard him say last week, you know, just everything that your name was in, we just was catching, you know, studying up for this one. He was saying how, you know, in the beginning you was you were Captain Marketable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
before Verb. Like, put Hollow on the Summer Mat, Webster Hall, he's selling out. You get what I'm saying? First week, like.
And I even thought, you know, to even expand more, you know, I was like, I could put commercials on other battles, you know, that I'm not on. So I started negotiating my contracts. I need two to three videos, promotional videos, along with my compensation. So then, you know, if rock and surf come out and official and jazz come out, I'm on those too. Mm-hmm. Right. And then, you know, they started putting they shit in front. So then I start doing it at the end now. So they never thought to, so I'm like, yo, put my commercial at the end. So then they start pushing at the end, you know what I mean? But it was just pushing the envelope.
You basically gave everybody the blueprint.
Yeah, because that was my masters. That's like my residuals, because I don't get residuals. They get to keep the footage forever. Mm-hmm. They get to monetize it forever. So that's my residuals when people are watching it back on the replay value, and they're like, yo, let me cop a shirt. I done watched it about 10 times. This is my shit right here. You know, so those are my residuals I get for people rewatching it.
That sounds good, man. So, I mean, you being here, you know what I'm saying, we know you a battle rapper. You are probably one of the biggest battle rappers that ever set foot, you know what I'm saying, on a stage or in a room. How did you get there? What happened, what happened that led you down that road?
Well, they say it's no such thing as luck. You know, it's all about preparation, mean opportunity. So, you know, I was just loading up clips. I didn't know my opportunity was coming, and the opportunity was just the late 90s, early 2000s when niggas was battling. It was almost like gangs. Like, niggas will run up on, like, you rap, if you on 42nd or you on certain streets and areas where Cypher's at. So it was just like I was already writing, getting ready for that. So by the time like 106 came about and shit started hitting TV, I was already ready.
Right. Speaking of the 106 and Park freestyle, like, talk about that moment and what it meant for you, like just before, you know, you get to the battle rap, you know, because I don't, you know, battle rap is not, you know, who you are, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just something that you do.
Yeah, and it definitely started with just writing verses and songs. But the battle rap came about when people just want to compete with who was the better verse, you know what I mean? And the big break was 106 in Park, though, Freestyle Friday. You got 2 champs in here, my nigga Bones with God Tear here, Hollow the Dog. You got 2 106 freestyle champs in the building. You know what I mean? And that shit took, Lux did it 2 months after me. P did it, you know, a month after me. Right. And look at all these names. We still relevant, you know what I mean? And that shows how much 106 did help prepare, even though they ain't pay niggas. You know, niggas was hurting in them times. Right, you know, we wasn't getting a dime, but you know, we got other shit to compensate for.
It was a stepping stone.
Big stepping stone. Big shout out BET. Shout out my dude Terrence that worked there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's safe to say you started out a grind time guy at first, right?
No, BET 106.
Well, I mean after that.
Oh yeah, like
on,
the
battle
on
rap
tube and like where it was really at. Fight Club, grind time type.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What was your first battle?
Off camera or on camera?
Off and I mean I guess off and on.
Off camera was in Astoria Park, right near Astoria Projects. This was with my day one guy Friday, who was always there, like giving me pounds during the battle. Like he was my Don King, and he told like, yo, I was letting him hear my shit. He was like, you gotta spit that shit. And we see some of the homies, and he knew like one of them rap, so he just put the pressure on me. Body him. That was, that was, crunch and munch. Like got him out of there real quick. But my first all cam joint was probably 106 in Park, I think. I feel like I did something before that, a DVD, but I forgot the name. You know DVDs was early 2000s. There was so many. I forgot the name. It was like something hood DVD I did while I battled in Harlem. But that didn't come out till after 106. So technically 106 was the first like film. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that grind time shit, like, when did you decide I want to go on URL? Like, how did that whole process?
That's a good question. It was the transition, man. Grind time, you know what I mean, was like sinking. It was over for that type of style, not just the league. And Smack was coming back in. He felt like I got to claim mine.
Okay.
You know, and if people remember, it was Smack Tube. If niggas go back, they remember it was Smack Tube. He even put Mook and Sirius Jones up there,
Right.
Mook
I
and
remember
Jay
that.
Mills.
I remember that.
So it was just to compete with Grind Time at one point. And then they did the Math and T-Rex battle, and that shit kind of took over because it was all over World Stars, you know what I mean? So that kind of like started pushing them a little forward.
Right.
And it was a no-brainer at that point because I'm a freelancer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Grind Time was something I had love for, and I still got a relationship with them guys, but, we all out here freelancing.
In my opinion, man, one of your more iconic lines was that Hulk Hogan shit. Come
on. Talk to me. Talk to me
that
now.
Hulk Hogan shit, man, listen.
Hey, man.
It was
Hollow
that
Hogan
shit
is here.
That shook the room. It was a room shaker, and it was funny as hell.
That introduced a lot of antics too. Like, I feel like that motivated. Clearly, DNA did the bomb. After that, then Lux come with the casket. It was just really raps at that point, and I wanted to push the envelope again with something further. And I wanted to, involve more like antics in it, But unfortunately, niggas like Daylight took it too far. You gotta have niggas that take it too far. You know what I mean? You got niggas that took it too far.
Shout out to Daylight.
Cause even you see now, like I see some shit like a couple weeks. I forgot what a nigga did. He just did some shit where I'm like, why? He might have smacked the nigga or something. He did some dumb shit where I'm like, why? That's not hot.
Burnt out. Yeah. Definitely.
Daylight definitely different. But speaking on being different, it's like, for me, you get what I'm saying? You have always been right there off the fact that you're different. When everybody come in, it's like you see people, try to switch their style up, or when the popularity come in, they change who they are. Right. You get what I'm saying? With the popularity and everything. Conforming. Yeah, right. You get what I'm saying? To where it's like you'll go back, and it's like whether you like them or not, Hollow has always been Hollow. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? With the lean, without the lean, he's always been Hollow. You get what I'm saying?
If you got the lean, holla at me. I need some right now.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's the best thing, for me about you. To the fact to where it's like you gonna come here. So it's like what was it? Last or 2 Saturdays ago, once we finished recording, we turned the battle on the TV and we sat right there. And for a lot of people,
which joint?
You versus Geechee.
Oh, the recent one, yeah.
You versus Geechee. So, we just sitting there and we just watching and everything. I think I wind up hitting you right after the battle, whatever, like, yo, we got to get you up here, whatever. Yeah. You watching it and it's like, all right, Geechee gonna come with the gangster shit, you get what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, whatever, but you never feel the need to change who you is to battle anybody. Yeah. Like, you gonna stay your path. And it's like you not slowing it down for anybody. Y'all gonna catch it. Yeah. So it's like for me, when I watched it, like my nigga done lost another battle. He lost the first and the third. Yeah. But then it's like you go back and watch it, it gets better with time. It's like, okay, that's closer than what I thought it was. Because when I'm listening to it, it's like Geechee is like he catch my eyes to what I like battle rap for now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The
Straight to
gangster
the
shit and
point.
everything
Yeah.
like that. So that's what caught me. But then once you go back and it's like, you know, you don't skim through it, you actually listen.
Dissect it.
It's like, all right, you get what I'm saying? I see it now.
And that's why it's harder for us to. I don't want to say all of us, but I speak for myself. It's harder now because it ain't everybody doing that, like watching it back, because you know they watching it live on caffeine.
Right.
It ain't dropping on YouTube. So a lot of opinions is coming from shit where people only watched
Watching
it
it one
once.
time,
Right.
right?
And there's some
right.
people that never watched it and they say you lost a
You
battle because they're like,
absolutely.
they saying he lost.
Right.
Right.
Or
Right.
Avada Fly said he lost.
Right.
Or Jay Black said he lost. You know what I mean? Because they not getting access to it. So a lot of this shit is narrative now in battle rap. It's not 100% people's opinion.
So I'm gonna go off script real fast though, because I'm glad you said that about people's opinion.
Yeah.
This is opinionated podcast. So I need your opinion because me and my brother had a bet, but he trying to avoid the bet.
Okay.
Who won, Surf or Cortez?
I didn't see that.
You ain't see it?
It go back to what I just said. It's on the app. I ain't got the app. I'm a cheap nigga. It's like Smack. I give you the $8 in person or something. Let me just get the bootleg or something.
Gotcha.
I'm not putting my card on shit. I'm also a conspiracy theorist. I don't like putting my card on shit. So I ain't seen that. Yeah, I missed that one.
We had a, you know, we made a little bet, but
But
I just
Cortez 2-1. So who won? Who won the bet?
I just said I feel like, and you still a nigga verse, you know.
Oh
that-
yeah,
that you
come
disqualified.
on, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We was listening to Quilly on the way up.
Yeah. I just feel like when you still
I take
somebody
the
verse,
whip, pills, weed, and soft out the Lancaster. We know it. He can't act like he don't know it.
right,
This Quilly
right.
Bills.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck out of here.
So that's how I just say he
But
should
the only
have.
credit I might give Sir, not to cut your wisdom, but it might have been subconscious. It might have been a freestyle he heard, forgot he heard it, but he still didn't man up and be like, yeah, I heard that
Right,
a
right.
year or two ago. He tried to duck the smoke. That's what
Right.
made it kind of fugaga. Like,
Yeah,
he might have went in purposely did that. Now.
Right.
You feel me? If he would have
Yeah.
just came out like, yo, I heard that like 2 years ago, I rhymed the same words, my nigga.
Right.
It would have been swept under the rug. He would have been like, Quilly who?
Yeah,
Come
come
on,
on.
yo, don't do that.
Right.
So that void the round?
Yeah, that void the whole battle for me.
That's
Yeah, I don't know what you doing now. That look a little. I can't say the whole battle. If he got crazy, like I said, I didn't see it entirely. I watched a bunch of clips. But if he spazzed it like something crazy like we never seen, but I feel like it was already close, and then he did that, it's like, yeah.
That's what I said. It's the man, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He said it.
He said it.
It's, you know what I mean?
He said he didn't watch the battle, so I mean,
But he broke down. But he
Man,
broke
you
down.
that's not gonna stand
You
in
got
court.
the
I'm not worried about that.
Told you.
I'm
got
not-
the rebuttals.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
got
worried.
the
I'm
rebuttals.
not worried
Okay.
about. I'm not
Better than
worried
Johnny
about that.
Cochran, yeah.
I'm not- It's not
Totally.
standing in court. I'm not worried about that.
Well, listen, man, you've been doing this shit for a while. Like you've been doing it. You one of the goats in my opinion.
Thank you, brother.
For sure. If you can go back, and I know it's a long list, got a long list of battles you battled. Who can you say was your toughest fight?
The toughest
That you like, you really was on your shit, and you be like, yeah, this is
was
my toughest.
me and Loaded Lux out here in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Love One.
How many people was in that room? 100? What you?
Man, the funny part is with me or just period.
Just period in the crowd.
Yeah, it wasn't packed out like I thought. It was like probably 400 or 500 people in there.
400 or 500?
But it felt like 800. You know what I mean? Niggas be scared to come to Jersey, you know, especially it was Newark niggas. Like,
Yeah, it be a little iffy.
yeah, niggas be a little iffy.
They got their gang ties up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly big
Got
out
their
here. We
ties
know
up there.
that.
You don't want.
And then especially we talking 2014, almost 10 years ago too.
Right,
So
yeah, shit was crazy. Shit was crazy.
it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I feel like now they threw the event, it would have been way more people. But
Yeah,
back then it wasn't as mainstream as it is now.
that shit would have been in the middle of somebody's hood somewhere.
Yeah, for real.
Well, speaking of rebuttals, I'm gonna rebuttal off my man. You a rebuttaler yourself, one of the top ones. Who you think? If you can name 3 guys that rebuttal,
Crazy right now?
yeah,
Or
rebuttal
ever?
game crazy.
Now
All
or
time,
ever?
it could be all time,
All time? That's a hard one all time.
or just now.
Yeah,
You can
do
just
right,
let's
yeah,
narrow
yeah.
it down to
now
now.
is
Yeah.
definitely A Ward.
Oh yeah,
A Ward is retarded.
yeah, it is. Shout out to A-Ward.
Yeah, he goes
sure.
nutty. Danny Myers been going
Yeah,
nutty.
Danny
That's
Myers,
my
I agree.
guy.
I don't know what he on. I think he on some Adderall.
Danny
He been going
Myers, bro,
nutty
he be
and,
going crazy.
Sharon.
Ooh.
I think Sharon is one of the top 3 best ever and now.
Wow.
And it's crazy
Sharon's
because
autistic, by the way.
Yeah.
he is.
He's literally.
Wow, for real?
He's got to be. How good them. I mean, no, he said in the battle, but I feel like it helps him.
Right.
Like he's on some Einstein shit, autistic.
Oh,
Like he
shit.
probably can't catch the bus, but he can rebuttal every letter in this room right now and remember it.
Right.
You feel me? But he can't do simple shit. He like one of them type of guys. He different.
So I mean, in battle rap, like, what's your end game if you have one?
That's a good question, and I feel like that it's being shown right now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even add to that. The end game is unfolding as we speaking. You know what I mean?
I think that makes real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
That makes sense because before we started this, I was outside and I was saying that I was just like 16 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a long time.
100%.
You get tired of most people by then. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I was like another question I'm gonna throw in there is if you could this was his excuse me, this was his question, by the way. If you could compare yourself to any NBA player that ever, like, who would it be?
Who would it be?
Like it could be somebody longevity wise.
Mine was active.
Oh, active?
And my
Active NBA player.
And my answer before you answer, I'll tell you what I said. I said it would be KD. If I could compare you to anybody, it would be KD because no one in here can deny KD's talent.
Got you.
No one in here can deny that KD is the franchise no matter where he go to. But it's places that he's not likable. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like
Okay.
we know you the GOAT.
That came to full circle
Yeah.
with that one at the end.
We know that you the GOAT. We know who you are. We get what I'm saying? We know that you gonna sell out everything. We know who you are, but people hate who you are because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like no matter what KD do, it's just like it's always gonna be, oh, he had to go join Steph and da just to
It's
get
always
this.
gonna be something,
He always
right?
had to, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Always had to do this. So whenever it come with Hollow, you always gotta hear, oh, he's weird, oh, he's this, oh, he's that,
he
oh, he's that.
light-skinned. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's always. No, I ain't gonna hold you. You do some shit that I'd be like, all right, come on,
that
Hollow.
could
You get what I'm saying?
No, you know what's funny is I
So
do
do
shit.
KD.
And I be looking
So
like,
do
why
KD
you
though.
that?
That's the funny. So do
I
KD
mean,
though.
That ass like
KD be doing shit.
The half part is.
I was like, why the fuck I do that?
So yeah, it be
But
like
in the
that. But I
moment-
In the
think,
moment, it be in the moment.
Yeah.
but I like how even with the, you get what I'm saying, throwing caps for nothing, like you'll
Yeah.
come back with, you get what I'm
And
saying,
make fun of it and
make
play
fun
off
of it
it,
and
yeah.
everything. So it's like, you know, the chicken pox, contagious, get it? Like
Yeah,
I
right.
fuck with like you being you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't try to hop out that lane like I said before, but I'd be like, damn, you'll do something. I'd be like, all right, come on,
I've been
man.
cutting back on that shit lately.
You still do a little bit.
Tell
You
me
still do
something-
some
tell me
weird
something
shit.
recent.
You know what? I really can't though because it's like, all right, I'll be like,
Because I've been cutting
What
back.
you
face
had-
off-
you had.
Yo, what face off was you at when the lady at the mask, the caffeine lady, was fucking with you about your mask?
Oh, me and K Shine?
Yeah, you and Shine, yo, you was on some bullshit in that face off.
Because that shit don't make logical sense. You know, especially now that they'll be like, don't come in here with the mask. You
Right.
like I'm about to eat. They'll be like, oh, okay, sit
Okay,
down.
yeah, sit down.
They'll be like, so I got to wear the mask walking in?
just to take it off.
Like,
right.
yeah, like that logic is weird to me.
I'm
So,
gonna point out another epic moment, man. In my opinion, that fucking Kit Kat bar versus
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Clips.
that's hip hop.
Did you know the crowd was gonna say that shit, or you just
I had to
like,
gamble.
How did that was epic?
See, that's a great, like, it connects to what we was just talking about because the Kit Kat could have been some shit where if they didn't react, would have been like,
would've
this
been-
some
it would've
weird
been-
shit.
right,
some weird
right,
shit.
The
right.
fuck, he sitting there, they ain't say nothing. That was weird. And that's what was making me do like the shit with the hat and shit later on. I was trying to push for that moment again.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And I learned that in life is like when you make a moment, don't never chase it.
Right,
It don't have to be entertainment. It could be something dope you did with your shorty. Like, don't try to keep chasing that because it's going to get to a point you doing all this nut shit trying to find. It's damn near the same thing with drugs, trying to chase a high type shit.
Right.
Same thing with this shit because it's a high when you get up there and hit one of them lines and you like, you think we be up there talking shit just because it's part of the script. Nah, that shit a high. Nigga, what? I was telling these niggas. It's a high. Like when you get that rush, you know
But
what I
for
mean?
them motherfuckers to say that, and you was like, to see how easy it is to predict. I'm like, how the
Yeah,
fuck
I
you
took
knew
that
they was gonna say that?
Nah, I didn't know. but I was 90,
shit
I was
was
like
crazy.
95% sure because I rocked in the sleep. And you see this in comedy where a nigga say a joke, and come back to it. So I was setting them up with the whole Spurs.
Just
scheme,
like Tony
man.
Park.
Yeah,
So
Point
that's why I
guard.
kinda
What y'all
knew
see
they was
next
gonna
Tony
say it.
Park?
Yeah, because I was
Like that
rocking
next
with
exit,
coming
you
a
tell a
mile
mile away.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
how it was, because even when, I'm pretty sure even when we all see it, we was right with the crowd at
Right,
home.
he was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Nah, we wasn't there. I'm
Okay.
saying, like,
We was
even
just
on YouTube when we
watching it.
watched it,
Yeah.
like, we always able
That
to
shit
predict
was-
that bar
that
when
shit
it
was
came
bananas,
up.
man.
Like,
That shit was crazy.
And they turned the volume down. I'm gonna keep it a glass of water. I ain't gonna hold you. They turned the volume down. That Kit Kat was way loud in the building.
yeah, and on the
Yeah.
cat, you really couldn't hear it. So it's
Yeah.
like, but we
they had
once you go to
Yeah,
the,
we seen motherfuckers going crazy.
Lux was already booked. So they was hot when I did that to Clips. They was like, we gotta kind of turn this reaction down this first
Right,
round.
right,
'Cause we
right.
got this big matchup booked already.
Right.
We can't have it feeling like we don't want to see Clips.
I got one more question, battle rap related, and then y'all can have the floor with that. Hitman just had a it was just something that came out about Hitman. He was making a battle rap show or something like
TV
that
show.
with a network. How you feel about that, and do you think that is beneficial for the culture, and like what would you like to see with that?
Yeah, it's always beneficial, but it's always a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? Because it waters it down a little bit. If it's
definitely
not done
commercialize it.
Right.
If it's not done right, it waters it down. And in my personal opinion, not just Hitman, but a lot of companies and people coming in, it's like leader control with the creators.
Right.
Just because you're
right.
putting up the money and stuff, you should be telling smack. Like I'd have been, and they saying, no, tell them to do this. You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, leave it with the creators and let the creators create and come with the ideas. Obviously, if it's a big move for the company, then y'all can sit together and talk. But
Because they'll steal them ideas from you and then do the shit anyway.
and remake it in a different way that's not street, that's not from the
do
culture.
it without you.
Yeah, it's like this leader creating with the creators, I feel like. But the shit Hitman doing, I don't know the details, but he fuck with Nick and Nick fuck with Viacom.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's something major.
Something they gonna do.
Yeah.
So keeping with the mainstream and everything. So when you battle, Joe Button, I'm pretty. That whole setup was different.
Yeah, that-
Everything. Joe delusional. He think he beat you.
Do he? He
Yeah.
recently said that?
He think he won battle you again.
I hope he.
He recently said that.
He won battle. He recently said he won battle you again.
That was funny.
Would you do that again?
Hell no. You know, we
all
talked about on what was it, Everyday Struggle?
Yeah.
Around that time, I was thinking about it because we was talking about it, and he was still kind of active rapping at that time.
Right.
He's not active
Yeah,
now.
you retired.
Right.
Even when when I see Shahad Prince go there, I'm like, Joe, I don't think you can fuck with the guard right now. Like he's active,
Right.
he's snapping. When Joe ain't active, period. So
Yeah.
To piggyback off of that, is there anybody that you battled already that you would want to do a rematch with, and you can be like, I'll do something.
you say no, but it is two people.
Okay.
One I ain't gonna say.
Because it's probably going to happen.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
I'm gonna say that that's probably gonna happen, and it's just a one round with me and Averb because we only did 2 rounds.
Okay.
Now the other one I'm gonna say is this nut ass nigga Tsunami, cause he be getting me tight talking about he beat me. He's one of the
Tsunami gonna fuck you up this time. Stay away from
smoking.
it. Stay away from it.
Did he
I'ma
just
tell-
lose the call with
I'm-
Quilly's
I'm-
verse?
he just beat him. He beat him.
I'ma have Quilly come.
He beat him.
I'ma have Quilly come
He
and
beat
respit
him.
his verse.
Hey, Hollow, listen to me.
Yeah,
I'm
Nah, but it's not happening. That's why I said I
I'm
wasn't
in
gonna
Lux.
bring
I'm
it
in Lux Black Panther outfit right now. And I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. You get what I'm saying? Don't do it. I need you to come home at
I
night.
know
Don't
more
do
than
it.
you do.
Tsunami
Right,
going
right.
30 you.
Yeah, I know
Right.
more than you do.
I'm pretty sure you do, but I'm telling you right now, baby, I need you to come home tonight. Tsunami
I
going
ain't-
30
I
you.
ain't- I ain't
Don't
going
do
with
it.
that.
on the
ain't going
graph
with that.
chart I'm here.
I ain't
and
going with
Sue's
that.
like, he was supposed to get crazy on call.
Right. But Hollow, Tsunami said he don't do it.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
No,
I ain't
I'm saying
gonna
I
lie.
appreciate just don't. He going
After
But he
seeing what
getting
he
30,
did,
then he probably gonna get 2-1 in his next battle. They're not gonna show him the same love after this Quilly shit. I'm telling you.
Where's the next battle?
Watch. His next battle is in Philly. I think it's out here.
Who is it though?
Surf versus Tay Rock, I think. Rematch.
You fucking with it.
Nah, but I'm telling you, like, that shit gonna be bad. They not gonna captivating and jump towards him
Danny
now with
Myers
that
gonna
shit.
kill him.
Danny Myers.
Danny Myers gonna kill him. Surf got
Only
Danny
person I
Myers
think
next.
could be- I think Briz will get crazy on Surf.
ooh,
I think Briz will.
His comeback.
I mean, he been
Only
there.
on his comeback. I ain't gonna lie. If his comeback is good, then he might still get crazy on. But comeback, Briz, I feel like he got a clip.
So you done battled everybody, man. Is it that one matchup you just gotta have before you hang it up?
Maybe me versus Murder Mook if it was.
No.
Me
I
versus
like
Murder.
that. I like
I was
that.
with Murder Mook
I
last
like
night.
that.
Shout out Murder.
Shout out to Murder. I
And
like that.
what kind of
Legendary, I like
environment
that.
would you want to be in with that one?
Big stage.
Big stage.
Yeah, can't nobody. The only person bet on like K-Shine and Hitman, the only niggas that I would be concerned with on the big stage. Other than that, Surf is another one. Surf is amazing on the big stage.
Yeah.
Them about the only three I would be worried about on the big stage that could dance up there. Like
You actually did, like, you held your own against Shine though, because I felt the same way. But
held
you,
my own. That boy still
he
floating up
definitely
there
up
somewhere.
there. But
I
I'm
was about to
saying
say,
though,
Real
I'm like
Six was in the house
going
I'm
crazy.
like
I was in
Shine
the house
performance.
going
I'm not
crazy.
gonna lie to you. Shine performance when it dropped, I'm like, man, they gonna gas Shine. He gonna go in here dancing
With
around.
Real
How-
Sick?
Like, huh?
You talk about me or the Real Sick battle?
You.
Oh.
So when he was like, I'm like, he gonna get up here, you get what I'm saying? They gonna gas him, performance and everything. He gonna go. But then I'm watching this shit. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I'm like, oh, all right, Hollow, put him in the casket. That's another one.
Yeah.
Let's
But
go.
I'm glad he turned up against Real Sick. He had the performance of the night.
Hitman lost to Cassidy, so I don't know if you need to be scared
Hitman
of
lost
that
to
one.
Cassidy?
My opinion.
You ever heard that shit
Yeah, but
sped
you
up?
said Surfer beat me, so your opinion.
No,
is
I know,
valid.
sir.
Have you
I
ever
know
heard
right
that?
now,
You ever heard that
I
shit
know
sped
right
up?
now, Tsunami of 30.
You ain't
get
never
what I'm
heard one
saying?
of Cassidy rounds sped up?
Sped up?
Like they speed it up on YouTube where
They
you can
do
one
that?
point. Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love to. That
Yo,
sounds
go
hilarious.
try. I'm telling you,
Is
go
it
do
funny?
that shit and go watch that battle.
funny, though?
It is funny as hell, bro.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
It's funny as hell. But look, y'all don't. We want to leave battle rap here.
Cassie's funny.
I just
Oh, you
had
got one more?
One more
Go ahead,
battle
yeah, you know what
rap
I'm saying?
question,
We're going
man.
to that and we going.
Little segment I like to do, top 5 right now.
Let's go.
Right now,
Let's go.
excluding yourself. Who's your top 5 right now? Excluding yourself. Right
I
now.
got Cam Bada. I got Simba. You talking battle rap?
Yeah, battle rap.
Okay. I thought you were just talking about artists.
Battle rappers, my
battle
bad.
rap.
Yeah, battle
Battle
rappers.
rap.
Yeah,
I got,
top 5.
Damn, that's a hard one. Like currently or ever?
You can do what's easiest for you to do.
Ever.
Ever. All right, do ever
Top
then.
5. I got
Yeah.
Mook. I got Lux. I got Disaster. I got
That's 3.
Calico.
Okay.
I got Averb. That's just ever.
That's
Because when I
interesting.
think of ever, I
Okay,
think
I
of their
get-
whole catalog. I think of their whole impact, like Disaster Battle, Cannabis, Cassidy before. I even battled Joe. We had this in mind. He was doing this shit. He's still doing it. He about to battle Crooked Eye. Verb
Yeah.
brought in the whole region. So you got to be Verb
I
and
agree.
Hitman.
I agree with that.
Mook and Lux is like self-explanatory. And who's my 5th one? Cal's the homie. He popped off when I snuffed John. He's just a solid nigga. He go top 5 whatever. Beat that ass. Like
Right.
I fight with Cal fight. That's like my homie. That's one of my rare homies in the shit that I really
Got you. I
know
got
what I'm
you.
saying? So
So if you put yourself in that 5, who you taking out of that 5?
I'm taking Verb out.
Okay, I got you.
All the weird shit he be doing. He's easy to take out. Nah, he's a nut. Verb's a nut. He's easy to take out.
Take
got
the
you.
rubber band out, shake him
I
off.
got you. All right, man. So if anything y'all want to add outside of
Yeah, let's
Verb
do
just set me up a couple times. That's why.
What?
Yeah, like that Hitman battle when that wasn't no rebuttal. We gonna leave that alone.
Yo, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you off camera.
all right.
So yeah, we're gonna leave the battle rap there. And we're gonna move into our next segment. I know I have, you know what I'm saying, I've seen you I've seen your catalog just as far as like artistry wise, like you don't have that much.
No.
Do you look forward to doing that more, or is that something that you just did like because I just wanted to fuck with it and I felt like I
Yeah,
should do
no,
it?
it's definitely something I just did to fuck with because I've been battling this whole time. I look
Right.
towards how I would level up and how crazy my skill would be if I didn't battle at all.
Right.
And then have no battle to think about and like we don't understand like how mind frame different from what we already pre-planned in our head. Right. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do. If we had our shit clear, and it's like a philosopher said, we always think about what just happened, what's about to happen. Right. We're never in the moment of shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? If we're performing, doing something, maybe we're supposed to be in the moment. If you're in the studio, you're supposed to be in the moment. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to be. Not sometimes it's hard to be in that moment doing battle rap. It's impossible, in my opinion, to be successful at hip hop and battle rap. Same thing as this N1 and NBA. Right. Skip had to switch his game up when he went to the NBA because he was even doing some of that shit.
NBA, he was doing some of that. Yeah,
it was a difference in the same shit. Cause we program our brain to think about punchlines, metaphors, wordplay, how to instead of thinking about melodies, cadences, instruments. You know what I mean? Like even the niggas that's doing well with music is still not doing well like mainstream. Right. Because it's so hard to do both at the same time and succeed.
Whipping the Yola.
Whipping that Yola over and over. And that's the shit I love to do is like I add comedy because I've worked on like Drop the Mic and I did Wildin' Out and I worked on a bunch of TV shows and that's a real passion I have is just writing comedy or just writing. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to be a creative?
Yeah, just a writer. Because even with the battle shit now, I'm to the point.
So you goes writing on Wildin' Out?
Yeah, I wrote some shit for Nick.
That's crazy because I was wondering like.
I was just gonna let him just slide through with that shit till he said it. I'm like, oh, I ain't never see you on no episode.
Nah. But it's online. It's like videos of me online when I auditioned and shit. Yeah, but I didn't want to be on the episode because I went there to do the workshop. And I told Nick I wanted to be a writer, and then I reiterated when I seen him again, and they made me a writer. And then sent my dumb ass home a week later. I'm like, oh, I ain't that good. I got to work on this writing thing. I got to get a little better. This ain't battle rap. But the experience is priceless.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
You know
that was
what's
2
funny?
years ago. Worked on Wild Out.
That's funny though, and I know we left battle rap alone, but just keeping it to that Wildin' Out though,
For
right?
the wild style.
Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when you get to the wild style, what was your favorite bar that you ever heard though?
Oh man, the conceited shit.
It's
His
always
early
something
shit
from
with
conceited.
Nick was
that Chucky doll box, no
Yeah.
hold a big 80. I got clips like Nick Big.
Yeah. No, the
I'm
one
the
that
type
was
that
my
carry-
favorite is the what movie did he do? Love Don't
Don't
Cost a
Cost a
Thing,
Thing.
and neither did your album. Con is perfect. Con and Clips are perfect. Not to shoot Hitman because Hitman excelled and did amazing his acting.
Right.
But Con and Clips are perfect for that show, especially
I
Clips.
think Con and Hitman like first, maybe their first or second
Was
interact-
amazing.
Yeah,
Their
that
first
shit,
battle
that shit was crazy.
was
like
hands down
Machete get a
amazing.
slick slice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. But my favorite all time was DC when he hit Ars in front of Ars though.
They did Arsh wrong.
Yeah, what he say to it? What he say to her? I got guns too, and they kind of scary. He about to see how many nicks this Mariah carries.
DC said that?
Yeah, he said that the Rs.
Snapping, low.
He was
I
snapping though.
That was hard.
He was snapping though on that
He be
joint.
snapping, low.
That was hard.
I know we off battle rap. Shout out to my man. He put me on the Conceited before I even knew who Conceited was off camera. You think Conceited can hang right now if he came back?
Hang with who?
Like this,
With the top actives.
the new wave. Right?
Even some of the PG, even some of the PG.
I think Khan know himself he can't do it.
You would need a warm up.
Okay.
I think
he's
he
a
know himself
chameleon.
he can't do it. That's why he won't jump back into it.
But 2-3 battles he could get. He's a chameleon. Hit 2-3 battles he would get back. Maybe 4. But I don't know.
It took
Khan
Reed
is-
a while.
Huh?
It took Reed a while.
Yeah, right. It did take.
It took Reed a while.
I mean, what's a while though? He lost to John. Chess battle was okay.
I had him beaten Chess.
I had him beating Chess too, but I'm saying it was okay.
Before that,
All
he
I
did
remember-
John straight to chess.
Yeah,
He
John
beat
stayed to
Rosenberg.
Chess.
I think he battled Rosenberg Raw first. I think in
can't-
Philly.
I think
I don't
it
know
was.
which one was
I think
first.
that was in Philly.
It was in Philly. I know that was.
I think
I don't
that
know if that
was
was
in
first or
Philly.
Chess was before that. I can't remember.
Yeah, niggas be needing warm ups and tune ups.
Yeah.
You can't just hop in here with the best. Like even Crooked Bell and Diz, it's like Yeah, unless Diz is friendly, I don't see that battle being close. Like, if Diz really, if the wolf come out, like
Right.
it's the same shit I just said about the music. There's no
Right.
way Diz gonna hop in the booth with Crooked and smoke him on the track.
So how you see Freeway coming in Philly?
Oh, that's a good. I like
Philly, I know that they got your number. Got it, man.
He gonna ask for the beat.
Man, Cass might make the beat in front of him. Cass making beats.
Yeah,
now.
I think Cass is beating Freeway.
Yeah, but I think Freeway has the chance to surprise us. On
Surprise,
Freeway
yeah, I was
alone.
thinking that
He
too.
got
I
the
hope,
surprise.
I hope
element.
that's the case.
That would be amazing. If
I
it
hope
is
that's the case, and only because that's the only reason why I say it is because Free ain't been in this round.
Yeah,
Cass
I definitely
been here
go
for a
with
while.
Cass. If I had to put money down, I'm definitely gonna go Cass. More experience. He been in there, and the first battle already kind of showed.
He seemed to be picking up steam the more he battles too. I think
Cassidy.
he's gotten better. Cassidy,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
You gotta hear his shit sped up. I'm telling you, watch that.
No, I'ma
Hitman,
watch
bro.
it, 'cause that
watch
sounds
that Hitman
hilarious.
shit sped up. That shit gonna blow your
Cassidy
mind. You gonna be
sped
like,
up.
damn, he was cooking.
No, he be really needing to speed his shit up though. That's probably why they did it. he be needing to speed his shit up because in the
Facts,
goods
yo.
battle was dragging.
I think an art that's missed in that profession. At least I don't know. I never battled, never rapped, so I don't know how it is being on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But us watching, it be times to where you be like, all right, cut your fucking round, cut your round, and then the
Definitely
motherfucker would
Cass.
keep going, and then you be like, oh, you
they
done
run out of
fucked
steam.
up.
Yeah.
You done
Fuck it up.
fucked
Yeah.
up. You done said some shit. I get mad at you when you do psych. I lie. I be like, all right, Hollow, you could have ended that shit right
I'm done
there.
with that. I'm done with that. Yeah.
Could have ended that shit right there. You done dragged this shit on a little bit.
Yeah, see, this is the thing too with that, and maybe in their situations, is the time limit. Niggas be changing the time limits last minute or doing trickery, because that's what DNA did to me like 3 days before the battle. Like, come on, dog, only got like 4:30, yo, and that's my we good. I'm like, man, let them go, bees. Literally, I just
So
like.
how do y'all do that though, as friends or whatever? Like, how do y'all sit? You get what I'm saying? Like,
we wasn't friends when we battled.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because he kept calling me out, and I'm just like, it's like distance damn near made us have an issue. Because I never had an issue with DNA, but since he hanging with K-Shine Clips, who I'm all talking shit about and don't like, they with him every day. He eventually gonna say fuck Hollow too. He gonna eventually say, y'all niggas got a point. That nigga do be doing some bullshit. And he just ended up dissing me one day out the blue. I'm at the event. They said DNA diss you. I said, what? Where? I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, and I end up battling like 2 years later, but we definitely wasn't friends. And now I just talked to him like probably about a week and a half ago for the first time.
Since the battle,
Yeah.
so you think battling is like putting the gloves on in the streets with
Clearly.
Hmm?
Because you done whooped a nigga and you like, that you was cool with or seen all the time. And that relationship was never the same. Even when you try to be humble and big him up, he's still giving you the, all right.
yeah,
It's like, yo, you either gonna want to have to fight me again or eat this, because you forever gonna have a grudge. And it's a couple niggas I feel like that about, where I went over the top. I done came through and supported they shit show. And I'm like, this nigga just ain't never gonna like me. Let me just accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shout out Arsh. Shout out Jersey.
He's a different one, and it's crazy with him. I think it's like for him and Tay Rock is two people I want to sit in that seat, and I'll tell them to their face. You get what I'm saying, in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Like they weird. You get what I'm saying? Like
Tay-Rock? What Tay-Rock do?
Nah, just the whole
just
like
the whole.
Oh,
The-
not
the
personal, just how.
yeah, just like
oh,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
for
that
me,
suck my dick.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
there
shit
you
just
go.
weird.
I feel like that's not even our generation. Like Tay-Rock's supposed to be from my cloth. I don't know why he do that.
Yeah, that shit just weird to me. You get what I'm saying? You be sitting there looking, but then you see motherfuckers in person and they don't have that energy. But it just be like, why are you like that?
Yeah, why you like that?
But it's for me. I'd rather them come here and me say it to them. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? First, for them to have that on there. So we inviting you niggas.
That's
come
the
on.
thing about this shit is too, like, we so accessible, you could do that. You know, like I be at an event, they could be like, I'll be about to battle. Yo, you about to get 3-0, boy, but I still appreciate you doing your shit. I'm like, damn, my nigga, like, thanks. Niggas don't get to perform, be about to perform, and the fans be able to sound like, you trash, Drake, or no,
Right.
you don't deal with that. We gotta deal with that. That shit ain't easy to do, because you gotta be up there exuberating confidence.
Right,
You
'cause
just have
some-
about 3 niggas tell you trash when you
Right.
got on stage.
But you got 2,700 telling you the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And like I said, you official battles like you said on King, you got about 38 now, right?
On camera?
Yeah.
I thought it was less than that. I thought about 30. But
When I did it,
they count the 2-on-2s because sometimes
yeah.
they count the 2-on-2s at the back in the day in Houston.
Yeah, I think that. So I think when I look,
Really, I got 30 though. Really, about 30.
So yeah, when you really look at it, I mean, you've been around that long, man. I feel like you could do whatever you want at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I just want to keep seeing what's next for you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
Like,
that,
for
man.
me, it's like I was saying outside earlier. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you're a wrestling fan or not. But you're that wrestler that nobody don't want to see retired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That's how it is for me.
Nah,
with
that's
that.
love. And I feel like I'm on another run and shit. That's why I'm like, if I see anybody serve any of these niggas right now, everybody's getting done dirty. I don't want to talk about what I'm going to do, but I got a good formula going. My Geechee battle's like half of what I'm going to do in my next one. I'm going to turn it
I
on.
love
coming
that
to
talk. I
Philly?
love that talk now.
You gonna be at Philly? You gonna be in Philly?
I'm going to be on Philly. I'm going to be.
Yeah, that's what we gotta
on
be
the
there.
card,
yeah, we
nigga.
gotta be there on the stage with you for that
I'm
battle.
not getting on
Watch what I
stage
do.
with
I
y'all
gotta
no
be
more.
on
I'm
the
not
stage
getting
for
on
that battle.
stage. They're not pushing me through the background no more, man.
Nah, that was you
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
You talk about the 2-on-2s. It'd be difficult because that was weird for me, that event, because I've never had to deal with another nigga entourage while I'm on stage. Like Lux, my guy, his cousin, his sister, I know, but I didn't know all the people with him.
Right.
So I
It
was
was
just
mad
like,
people up there that
yeah,
time.
I was just like, who's these niggas?
Oh, I'm 5'6". It's like
I was back
everybody
there-
that day like 6'2" and up.
I
I'm
was
like,
back there standing with Big G and shit.
I'm like, this shit
you
crazy.
was at 2-on-2?
Yeah, we was at the 2-on-2
I'm
too.
tripping. Okay, I was in my
Yeah.
bag that day, so.
Yeah, we was up there too. I was back all the way in the back.
That
Standing
shit
next to
different.
Gerald McCoy and
And
shit.
then them niggas started getting into it. That was the other thing. Like, my niggas don't pop
Yeah.
shit. Lux niggas popping
Yeah.
shit. Them and chest get into it. I'm like, y'all
Yeah.
figure that out, because I'm not good at arguing. It's just like,
You know, Chess go.
we
You
don't
know,
do
Chess
that.
go fucking.
Yeah,
Chess
Chess was
go
like, I
poke his
think
chest
he was
out.
full of so much adrenaline.
Yeah,
He
you know,
just-
Chess gonna bring that energy.
He was running with adrenaline.
Yo, so wrapping this up, right? We always, whenever we sit down with a person of your stature, we always basically, just try to see who else we can get, that's in that same room and everything. Like we asked you to call Lux once you leave here, to try to get Beloved up here, but give us 2 other people who you think would be positive and great.
I'm going to call Beloved and Reed. You said Beloved and Reed.
Beloved and Reed. Reed for me is,
That's a
my
dream for me.
introduction into
Yeah.
this. You get what I'm
Same
saying?
thing for me.
So it's like Reed, like you come here, like honestly, no matter how bad, I would never say anything bad about Reed because like that's my introduction into this. Like, so it's like for me, like that's the God of everything that goes on. So like no matter when him and Mook was up there, no matter how garbage that shit was,
Yeah, we was
I
rooting.
still was rooting for
Yeah, we was
Reed.
rooting
Like,
for
yeah,
Reed.
Reed,
Fuck
kill that motherfucker.
Fuck, first of all, right? Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. We rooting for Reed.
I mean, Reed a local guy too, so
For real.
I ain't from Philly.
I'm not
so
from
I ain't
Philly.
been, so
I ain't from Philly. It don't have nothing to do with that. It
Camden,
just
Philly,
has.
right next door.
It's
You
just
can walk.
he's one of the originators that I knew that I know.
YouTube originators.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Right.
battle rap.
Right.
YouTube.
Right, he's one of the originators that I knew about growing up. It had nothing to do with
Freestyles
Philly or
and
none of that.
everything.
He was right there on my YouTube every day when I was going to school. Niggas was in every classroom YouTube and Reed Dollars, Joey Jihad, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But Reed Dollars was the nigga, bro.
But yeah, so back to the saying, like, Lux for sure, Reed definitely. But like 2 people that you deal with personally, like that's great energy, a great conversation.
Great energy. My guy Arian Foster, he used to play for the Houston Texans.
That's my
Absolutely.
bro. I
Foster,
love Aaron
running back.
Foster.
Running
You
yeah.
get Arian Foster over this way?
My guy, I talk to him all the time.
Oh, shit,
Yo,
get
yeah,
Arian
yeah.
Foster then.
Oh, like I can't
go.
speak for
Oh,
him. But you said people
We'll
with good
fly to
energy.
Houston.
I'm advising the
We'll
we'll
fly.
fly
We'll
to
fly.
Houston.
We'll fly. We'll
We'll
fly.
fly to Houston.
Good energy. Good energy. And another guy that I ain't talked to in a while, but always great energy, and he just popped in my head is Corey Guns.
Ooh.
That's my bro. And he's
We definitely
always-
went to the upper echelon. I wasn't even thinking that high, but they say the sky's the limit. I got a bone to pick with Arian Foster. I lost a lot of fantasy money, man. He used to be that guy. Then them motherfuckers
Took that injuries,
them
man.
injuries
Injuries, man.
Tried to
started.
leave though, even though he was injured, he still was able to play.
He could play.
Started
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Just because all the
That nigga
other
had
injuries it come
he
with.
had my favorite touchdown celebration.
Yo, him and Jamal Charles.
The
I had
joint
him
where
and
he
Jamal
used to bow, and he the one that used to do the bow joint.
Jamal
That is my
Mistake
favorite
joint.
joint.
Him and Jamal Charles was my guy.
Yeah, Jamal
And he said
Charles.
you're gonna get this work, one of his touchdowns. He a big battle fan.
Oh,
Eric Foster. He
Yeah,
he
definitely.
was like, you go get this work.
definitely. You know, him, like, but, you know, as far as, you know, with that one, it's crazy to say that. I think Foster and Cap, you know, Colin Kaepernick is definitely two people,
Enlightened.
you know, in life that you would want to. Like, they right next to each other and
You ever
everything.
watched his podcast? When he had his podcast?
Nah, I
Foster
didn't.
joint.
Oh, yeah, Snoop on there. Had a lot of good guests.
Yeah, I didn't.
And me and Jay, they
Podcast
did
realm,
his
I wasn't
podcast.
really into podcasting until we started
Right
doing
until
podcasts.
we started this.
So like our 1 year anniversary was legit last Saturday. So it's like once we started this, it's like we start going heavy into podcast. Well, everybody podcasts now.
Yeah.
But like we start going heavy into it just to study it, you know, to see how people do, just to try to better our craft and
Yeah.
everything.
Nah, watch
so
that.
you know, I'll go back and definitely watch it. But those type of people you always want to sit down, you want to learn from, and just, you know, great energy, great spirit. But that's definitely good. You live in Houston, right?
Nah, I live in Florida.
Oh, you live in Florida now.
I'm a
Shit, we got
nomad.
we got to go there too
I
anyway.
get around. I'm in Orlando. I had to land in Orlando.
Okay. Well, y'all know who it is, man. It's Hollow the Don, LOM.com.
Thanks for coming through, bro.
LOMclothing.com.
LOMclothing.com.
I don't know where he's sending y'all. He
I'm
gonna
not
send-
excited. I'm not excited.
Thank you for coming through, bro. Greatly
Thank you,
appreciate it.
man.
You already know.
LOMclothing.com. You already
Sure.
know, man.